fresh out the chapel and to your screen, we have the immediate reaction from the royal wedding between Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And no, for everyone who's thinking, she is not Princess Meghan now. Just like technically Princess Di was not Princess Di. But we'll get into that in a moment. A lot of women I know, especially on social networks and media, they throw around a title like queen and princess and bad chick, as it was. And a lot of dads, when they have little girls, as daughters, they like to call them the little princess and whatnot. A lot of guys, even though they might be lying to you sometimes, they like to tell the girl that they're gonna treat them like a queen and put them on a pedestal and all this blah, 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 blah. But this actual young lady, Meghan Markle, an American citizen, has actually achieved that dream. She is now a member of the royal family of the British Empire. Congratulations to you. It's like, what did you do in life? Oh, I had a lemonade stand. What'd you do? I became a member of the royal family. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. Now, just as a normal guy, I don't know about you guys or not. I'm not super into British related stuff, except Austin Powers. I really did love those series of movies, even though I didn't like them at first initially, because it seemed kind of silly to me, but they were really funny. You should go and check those out if you haven't seen those. But I wouldn't recognize Meghan Markle out of a lineup if you put her picture in front of me 100 times. 100 times out of 100 times, I wouldn't know exactly who she was until today. That she married Prince Harry. So she's definitely moved up in the world, at least in my eyes. She's not, she seemed like a pretty attractive girl. Everybody's making a big hoopla about this, but she's not really my taste for sorts, but it doesn't really matter because she's already chosen another man. I like him kind of thick, but that's besides the point. That's on another tangent. I was really just in awe of the spectacle of it all. A lot of people, when I do these videos, I'm not just trying to tell you what happened, when happened. I'm trying to give you my point of view, and hopefully you'll share with me your points of view, and we can coexist and share with each other and learn from each other, and then broaden our horizons, in our culture. The first thing that came to my mind is, like I said, the spectacle of it all. They had a horse and carriage. I know, oh man, that was romantic. For me, riding a horse and carriage is only romantic if you're trying to enjoy the scenery with your significant other in a place that you haven't been before. So if you go to another state, another country, not just around where you live, I'm just going to, I'm just going in a carriage ride because it's a spectacle. They're just making it put on a show. It was thousands and thousands of people camped out overnight, and hundreds of thousands of people will watch it on YouTube, the internet. I'm sure they had it on local broadcasts as well. What came to my mind? A lot of people, they're like, hey man, I don't want to subscribe to your channel because I don't like basketball. I'm like, I got a lot of videos, a lot of stuff that's not about basketball at all. But I do make a lot of basketball references because little do people know, basketball correlates with the interaction between people in basketball, and around that correlates with the interaction between people in regular parts of life. This being taken, y'all remember back in 2010 when LeBron James went on ESPN and he had that show that was called The Decision, and then he said, I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach. He decided to leave Cleveland. He didn't actually leave Cleveland, his contract was up. He decided to sign a contract with Miami Heat. Most people don't phrase it that way, but that's actually the truth. He didn't just leave. He didn't say, I'm not playing for y'all no more. He played out his first contract. He re-signed a new contract with Cleveland. He took him as far as he could go. And then when his contract was up, he decided to go work somewhere else. People do that all the time, but they hate it, burned his jersey, said he was all this. And what people don't realize, it was a huge spectacle, and people slammed him and just tarnished his name. But this guy actually raised like $3 million from that show. $3 million for the Boys and Girls Club. How much have you donated to the Boys and Girls Club or raised in a charity or a fund for them? Exactly. But no one talks about that. They just say, oh, he's a traitor. How is he a traitor? This isn't the army. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the job. This is the job. He fulfilled his contract, did his duties to the best job that he could, and he decided to go work somewhere else. But that's not how they spin it in the media. That wasn't juicy enough. The spectacle of this all. How much did this cost to produce this wedding? I mean, Jesus Christ, I can understand if you're like just a regular citizen, you want to spend, you got millions of dollars, you want to spend millions of dollars on it, fine, enjoy it, man. It's the time of your life. But I'm sure this money comes from the citizens of Great Britain. I'm like, they don't have jobs. The money comes from the citizens of Great Britain. They're spending the citizens' money to put on a huge lavish show for what? I thought that people in government or in royalty were supposed to serve others. They're supposed to serve the people, not reign over them. That's just me. That's just me. Like I said, I'm not from Great Britain, so I don't really understand it all. I'm sure they're all happy with it and everything great. But I'm just, man, if you're gonna be, she's now called the Duchess of Sussex. And Prince Harry is now the Dutch of Sussex, okay? But Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. That's her official title. She is not a princess, okay? You have to be born to someone in the royal family to actually be a prince or a princess, okay? But that's technically speaking. But I mean, how much money could they could have sold the rights to this, to broadcast it? You know how much money they could have raised to help the poor or the starving people of their country, or donated to another country, anything. I mean, they could have done that. Is it just me crazy for thinking these wild tangent thoughts? I was like, hey, they had the band, and man, then they went to the chapel and had this preacher. I mean, he was going on and on. He invoked the name of Martin Luther King Jr., and I was like, what does this have to do with anything? And he was talking about old Negro spirituals that they were singing and talking about love. And, listen, I'm just thinking that, you know, if someone really wanted to be in power and authority, your job is to take care of those less fortunate. And that's what I would have done if I was in that position. I would have found a way to take care of those people with that. But either way, not only has she become a part of the royal family, but there's a bunch of rules and stipulations that she has to follow, or there's consequences and repercussions. But, I mean, first of all, you know, you go on a honeymoon, you know, you think you love your significant other. There's no more PDA, no more displays of affection, public displays of affection. No kissing, no holding hands. What does holding hands of your partner have to do with anything? Why would you not allow them to do that? They're like, it's not appropriate anymore. We just got married under God. Why can I not hold his hand in public? What is that going to do? Amen. If you're from part of the royal family, if you're from Great Britain, you understand that royal stuff, amen, please leave a message down in the comments, because I do not understand what's so important about that. But can't do that. Then Prince Andrew, for some reason, a while back, I guess the people of the royal cabinet or whatever, the royal entourage, they play Monopoly, or they were playing Monopoly, but they get really serious about it, extremely competitive. So this guy, I guess he's got the power and authority to do it. He banned all the royal members from playing Monopoly. So Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, can no longer play Monopoly. What? Someone help me to understand what. There's wars going on, and we're over banning people from playing a board game. Okay, one of the best parts, at least some people say, of a wedding is getting gifts. Here's another rule. Here's another rule and stipulation. All the gifts that Meghan Markle will receive, she has to give them to the Queen. They can't keep any of those gifts. They have to give them to the Queen, and then the Queen decides who gets these gifts and what to do with them. She decided to throw them in the trash, give them away to her brother and sister or aunt, uncle, whoever she wants to, the neighbor, the maid, the front guard, anybody. Or she can give them back to them. She can do whatever she wants to with it. That's, I don't, How are you going to get a gift for them, but then you have to give it to her? I don't understand. And I'm sure there were some great gifts because there were a lot of famous people out there, man. Oprah Winfrey was there, looking good as usual. Okay. Had, what's his name? The guy from ER, George Clooney and his wife, they were there. There's a lot of famous people, and so I'm sure there was some great. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but obviously it's important in the Great Britain tradition. Here's another rule. Whenever they eat dinner, no one can eat after the Queen gets done. When she gets done eating, everyone else has to stop eating. Once again, what in the hell does that have to do with anything? Why is it that I can't eat I'm hungry. What if I'm hungry? If I'm a slow eater, I just have to shovel into my mouth. That doesn't seem royal. I don't understand. Man, someone help me to understand these rules and these obligations. Because I don't understand now. Now I'm sure a lot of kids have played tea time. A lot of little girls, they dress up like princesses and whatnot, and they have those little fake tiaras. Well, now that you're a married member of the royal family, she can now wear a tiara. That's one of the privileges of being in that. I guess no one can wear it without that. And not only can she wear a tiara, but it has to be tilted at a 45-degree angle. Who's walking around with a measurement to see what... If she's at an indoor event at 6 p.m., she has to take off whatever hat that she has on, if she has a hat, and she has to put a tiara on. I can't make this up. What this has to do with taking care of the people that you reign over, I have no idea, but they're very serious in particular about these rules. Now that she's a member of the royal family, they were saying that she was famous. She was in some TV shows and programs. She was an actress, whatnot. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with her. But you know how famous people, they sign autographs. They take selfies with with their fans. There's a lot of fans of the royal family and everything royal. She can no longer sign autographs. Think about it. She can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Can't give out autographs. Can't take pictures with them. Can't do selfies with them. Oh, I took a picture with the Duchess of Sussex. Can't do it. See, it's not appropriate anymore. Man, don't want them to interact with the people that they're reigning over. I don't understand that. Okay. Now I'm going to go into 3 things that I do really understand. The first is they're not allowed to have shellfish. Even though I'm sure some of the royal family members still sneak it in every once in a while. The reason why is because shellfish is known to be poisonous a lot. And they don't want members of the royal family suffering a gruesome fate just by eating the wrong thing. So they just kind of wiped that away and banned them from eating that for their own good. I'm not mad at that rule at all. I can understand that. You're very important. We don't want you eating all that stuff. No problem. Now they're also expected to attend if people pass away. There's a sudden death. They've got to be there to attend and to reign over it, to preside over it. Got to have something in all black. In a royal family, you got to have an all black outfit just in case, no matter where you go, anytime you travel, so you can always be prepared to preside over that event in case of the untimely death of someone. That I can understand as well. Since they are part of the royal family, not really the government, it's kind of a separate thing. They're really banned from holding any type of political office. Yes, I can understand. You don't want conflict and strife and all that stuff. We're members of the royal family. They're above that. I can understand that totally. And they're not really supposed to vote either. They're supposed to stay totally neutral and out of all really political matters. That I can understand. That sounds like a good rule. Then to finish it off, now that she's a member of the royal family, all of a sudden now they need them to be demure and they need them to be respectful and modest. I guess they're trying to set the tone or the example for everyone else to follow. She's not allowed to show cleavage. Now, there's a picture of Princess Diana. Whenever you saw her with a low-cut dress on and her cleavage was out there, she always had a clutch or a purse to really hold it over so you really couldn't see that. And I can understand, he's like, yeah, you want to be modest and all this other stuff. I'm a grown man. I've seen breasts before. They're not really in government. They don't really rule over. They're really separate from that. So, I mean, they're not going to caught up in any scandal. I mean, people in the royal family have gotten divorces before, so, what does that do? If she shows some cleavage, are you not going to be the Duchess of Sussex anymore? That stifles your ability to be the Duchess of Sussex? I don't know what that does. But it's like, yeah, you were just trying to be modest. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what that's all about, but that's just some of the main rules that really caught my attention, blew my mind away, and the whole spectacle of it all. In the end, I'm happy for them. I hope they have a long, lifelong relationship that's fruitful and full of bliss and happiness. And I was glad I was actually be a part of it. I didn't actually go over there and get to see it, but I witnessed it, and it was definitely something to see. I'm sure that many people will remember for their lifetime. There you have it. Those have been my reaction, my views from the royal wedding of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. If you think your friends may enjoy the content, feel free to share this with your friends, your family, your homies, your neighbors, your BFF forevers, your boss, your co-workers, your fans, and your followers. I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records, and it's just how I see it. Be blessed and Godspeed. Feel free to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. Really and truly appreciate it. Leave all your interesting comments right down below, especially the ones where you disagree with everything that I just said. And then subscribe so you don't miss any of the newest and latest views.